Hi guys, it's Erin. Today I want to take you guys around on our April farm and garden tour. It's a beautiful blue sky day that doesn't happen all that often, so we're going to take advantage. I wanted to start right here just because this magnolia tree, it's a star magnolia. It's been in here. We planted it right when we moved in. When was that, 13 years ago? I think it's 13. Don't quote me. Might be a little longer, but this guy started blooming for us March 25th. It has been an entire month. It has been in some kind of bloom. It's finally getting to the very end, fading out, but still some of these bulbs or the blooms are still just gorgeous. But yeah, this tree has been one of my absolute spring favorites year over year, and it just keeps getting bigger and thicker, and I just love it so much. So April is such a big transition for us. We go from March, where everything is it's just starting to warm up and it's barely getting any growth on everything, to suddenly April, everything shoots up. Our perennials are getting going. It's just the best. And you get the last of the tulips. So pretty. I love these so much. The very last of the tulips, the last of the daffodils, and you start to really get some summer annuals coming on. These guys, these were all of our hyacinths that we grew, planted out here last fall. This guy is a self-seeded columbine. We started with one over there underneath the tree, and they have self-seeded a little bit here and there, but this guy, it's huge. That's almost 3 feet tall. It's gigantic. And it'll be a really dark, beautiful color. I do cut from these. They would do really well in a market bouquet. The end of our daffodils. This is a Sir Winston Churchill. These are so pretty. Doubles. I always like the doubles. Peonies are growing. See, we have more of the columbines. This one's really beautiful when it opens up. So good. Like I said, there's one there, and there's a couple more that are popping up. We even have dahlias that are popping up in here. Alliums are growing good. Just the spruces. This ginkgo, it's such a fun tree. It's never going to get much bigger than what it is now, but it's great. And these peonies, this one in particular, this is Coral Charm. It is always the first one to get up and going. It's the biggest one. It blooms first. It's so good. Let's see. We've got, all of our perennials. These are salvias. And then we have the Daisy May daisies. And then all of these alliums that we planted together last fall. And the thing that I wanted to show you the most is how big already these little Supertunia Vista bubblegums are. These guys, we just got done watering over here. There was a couple of blooms here and there, but now I think all of them have some blooms, and they've all at least doubled in size, which is crazy. It's only been about a week since we planted these. I know you're just seeing a video a couple days ago that when we planted these, but it's been about a week and a half, and the weather has been just perfect. So good. Before we leave the front, I do want to show you a couple things in our front garden. We planted up the pots the other day. There is some great Vista Jazzberry blooms going on over there, but there's nothing here yet. But I wanted to show you these guys, this ground cover. This, for us, is a wild, I think it's an ajuga. They're so beautiful. We didn't plant these here at all. They just moved in. Not sure where they came from, but isn't that just the best color? That dark purple, almost, it's like an indigo. And the bees absolutely adore it. We have a lot of mason bees right now that are super happy. Creeping Jenny, we have a few perennials in here, but look also at this Virginia. This sucker is massive. And it gets all the hot afternoon sun. I understood that they were not meant to enjoy that kind of heat and sun, But I guess in our climate, it's perfectly happy, and it is huge. That's got to be 3.5, almost 4 feet wide. It's pretty crazy. Huge. And then we looked at all of this stuff recently. Nothing's really changed. I do want to go take a peek at what we've got going in the veggie garden, because we've got lilies and gladiolas that we planted in there, and then all the veggies. They're doing pretty good, actually. Oh. Why are those guys, the sedums, flopping over? Maybe they got too much water. They don't like a lot of water. Okay, let's take a look. Let's start right here. You guys came with me when I planted all these lilies, and look at them. I have weeds, obviously. It's a never-ending battle. But every single one of them is up, and they all look pretty darn happy. Even the bee balm. No show yet. Oh, maybe a little. Yep. Maybe a little. We've got some gladiola spikes poking up. I planted this one, a week or so ago. There's nothing in here except this delphinium. The deer got to it. Bummer. That's okay. The deer got to eat too. We have some veggies in here. John planted celery. He had bought one at the store, used all of the celery that was good, decided to just plant it, and it's growing again. How fun is that? Some onions. We have our garlic and the onions that we planted together, whole bunches of them. And look it. We have iris blooms. These are for sure coming with me to the market. Look at that color though. These bearded iris, they're so great. These guys are early. I'm not complaining, but they're early. But I've got a lot more that are getting ready. And then this whole row here, and then all the way down there, those are all irises. Mostly bearded irises, some others. These thinner, strappy ones are different, but the rest of them are all bearded. Oh, yay, that makes me happy. We planted those the spring or the fall before last, so they've gotten good and established. They've spread. They're doing really good. Obviously, they're blooming. Nothing in here yet. I'm going to put corn, but not quite yet. But look at all of this. We have loads of carrots and beets. Oh, how fun. Even some dill. That's dill right there. I don't know if you can see it. I don't see any cucumber action yet, which means I might need to get new seed because that was one of the really old ones. We have cauliflower and broccoli coming up. So fun. This is a Brussels sprout, that tiny little guy. Brussels sprouts. And these are all kale. You can even see the texture of the dinosaur kale already. So fun. I said it a bunch, but I can't tell you how happy this makes me. Oh, that's a giant weed. We have our spinach and our lettuces and all this. These are not weeds. Oh, so cool. These are radishes, little guys. So the veggie garden's doing good. We still have a couple, 3 beds to fill up. I actually might put the rest of my lilies in one of those, but either way, we have a few beds to fill up. I have some peppers and corn and some other stuff that I want to grow out here, but it's looking pretty good all together. I love this garden. It's really pretty. The blueberries are blooming. We should have a good crop this year. Okay, let's move on. There's nothing too crazy over here except the sedum. The hydrangea's happy. Look at that. You can tell I never got around to cutting it back, but she doesn't mind. we'll take a look to see. We do have some seedlings popping up in this wildflower pollinator garden. And then we'll go around and check out how far I got in the field with the planting. These barberries, are they cool? I love them. Just don't touch them. They're sharp and painful. Oh, look at this. We have lots of seedlings popping up. Loads and loads of them. This whole bed is covered in seed. So hopefully they're actual flowers and not just weeds. So excited. This is one of the projects that I'm most excited about this year. This guy over here, I do have plans for it, but we're not there yet. Soon. Okay, going this way. Look at these lambs here. They're so good. Soon, in the near future, this lavender and this tree are gonna come out. Nothing wrong with the tree. The tree's good. The lavender, she's got big holes in her. She's no longer looking real pretty. But we have the blue, I don't know where it's set. Oh, we have, you can see if I can zoom in, a tree that's over there. It was the living Christmas tree that we bought last year. It needs a home, and we don't really have any blue trees right here. That one is a blue tree, so we want to put it right here to anchor this whole area amongst all the dark green trees and the bright green grass and everything else. We both decided that this was a really good place. And I never feel bad pulling out a tree, especially if I'm going to put another tree right back in its place. I know a lot of people don't want to lose a tree, but I don't think it's going to be that detrimental to this garden. We have a lot of trees. You can see all the way around. And we're replacing it with another one. This little cottage garden, there's just a couple things to look at besides a whole lot of weeding and clearing out that we need to. But first is this guy. You see all those electric blue flowers? I'm not really sure. If you guys know, I'm not really sure what this plant is. But I love the color, and it does so good in the shade here. This is always in the shade. We have a little fringed tulip that's been hanging out in here. But the other thing I want to show you is these wallflowers. These guys are such a simple flower. They're a classic cottage garden flower that you just need one little plant or a couple seeds, and it will take over. Not aggressively, but it'll fill in a whole area like this. I think we planted one little plant in here a few years ago, and it just spread nicely around, and it's such a great bright color in the spring. Not a whole lot else to look at in this garden, like I said, except for cleanup that needs to happen. The honeysuckle is a couple weeks from blooming. Then the whole garden will just smell intoxicating. I need to do, more clean out. I need to take out some of this sage, but all in all, it's all looking pretty good. Everything made it through the winter, even the beech tree. Okay, I want to take you guys to the field now. We'll take a look at some of these entryway gardens real quick on the way in. You can see, look at this crabapple. This one's called Ruby Tears. Can you see all the blooms on that? This whole thing is absolutely covered in those gorgeous blooms. Oh, and they're just getting started. It's going to be so good. Can you see all of them? That's awesome. Okay, we've got some phlox and some more allium. The world's biggest heuchera. This is some wild lamium that I need to pull because I think it's invasive here. The roses are coming back. And just a whole bunch of perennials. It's really pretty. I still haven't got around to it, but I plan to consolidate, move some of these guys to clump them together for more impact. And I have some plans to add a bunch more flowers in here. The wisteria is coming to life. Planning to take over the world in the near future. Okay, now. Oh, look at, you can see the new entryway that John put in with all these boxwoods. We took out a bunch of ratty, grassy mess, replaced it with some boxwoods, and hopefully it'll bring some order to this, at least the entryway. John, when he was mowing everything down, he accidentally took out my perennials, but the lupin are fighting back. They don't seem to care. They're going for it anyway. Okay, so like I said, last time we talked, the plan was to get 1 or 2 beds done every day and get them filled in. I did not make that mark. One of the reasons is that I just simply didn't have time, overwhelmed with other things. But ultimately, a whole lot of what we have to go out here, it's going to be another week before I can plant it anyways, because it's just not warm enough yet. The soil temperature hasn't grown or increased enough. Things like zinnias, dahlias, and celosia and cosmos, those are heat-loving plants, and I want to make sure that we have the right temperatures so they don't stunt right from the get-go. In the meantime, though, we have all of these beautiful ranunculus, super happy looking, and a dandelion right there. Mostly happy. I do need to get out here and fertilize, but these are going to bloom, maybe 2 weeks. They'll bush out enough to get some blooms going. I did just get in this row. There's feverfew and some bupleurum and some agrostemma. I've got some sweet williams that I still need to fill out the rest of this row with. This row is exciting. Look at this. These are the sweet rocket. These, they're getting ready to, you probably can't see that. They're getting ready to bloom. These are such good prolific bloomers. I'm so happy that we planted these out last fall and they are happy as a clam. And these guys right here that are blooming, the sweet rocket blooms look similar to this, but these are honesty or lunaria. And you can see starting already, these are the seed pods that I let these bloom out and they grow these beautiful seed pods. And when they mature, you can slip off the skin and they have the silvery pods. I don't have a huge amount of them. I don't really need a big amount of them. They're just the best. And then these are Canterbury bells that have all done really well. I do have some extra weeding I need to do in here. But this row of all of them planted in the fall, this one did the absolute best. I have plans to repeat next year or this fall. Okay, now these 2 rows we've got filled in mostly. These are snapdragons. These are also snapdragons. This whole row here, we did a video. We planted all of these snapdragons, and these are all stock. I still have this bit of bed that I plan to put, I think, cress in. For whatever reason, I never got my second round of stock sown. So I need to put something in here that can handle these 5-inch spacings and is fast growing, and cress will do that. This next row here, I put in a bunch of Lysianthus. Oh, some of it I need to water. I have the drip running, but these little babies not all of them are strong enough to wait for that water. And then I filled in the rest of this little bit with sunflowers and beyond, and I do intend to also I'm going to try it again. I keep saying I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do some direct sowing of sunflowers down at the end of this. I know I shouldn't, but I keep trying. It's got to work. I have an idea from a friend to see if I can keep the birds out of them. We'll give it a shot. This row, we put in a whole bunch of China asters and then finished it off at the end with foxglove. They're all doing pretty good. Everything is surviving. These last few days have been, surprisingly warm for our area. It's been right around 70, and in April in the Pacific Northwest in the Seattle area, it's not normal to have 70-degree weather. So all the little seedlings are kind of thirsty. So these 3 rows should be zinnias. I did also want to show you guys the peony garden. Sorry about the harsh shadows. It's kind of later in the afternoon. But the peony garden, these guys are looking better and better every year. Bigger and healthier every year. I love it. Say hi, chickens. This row, we have Lavaterra all the way down. Lavaterra and Malapi, actually, but they're in the same family. They act the same. I'm really excited. These guys, I love these so much, and not a whole lot of farmers around here grow them, so I'm hoping they'll be good for the wholesale market. They look pretty happy in their home. These 3 rows will be dahlias. I'll get the stakes in there, or the T-posts in there, get them in. I will run some fabric down for the path in between them, but they should be pretty good. There's good wide spacing here, enough room. We should have enough room for all of them. And I'll take you guys along when I go plant those guys. This whole row is black-eyed Susans. These guys, 3/4 of it is the Sahara variety, and the end is the Indian Summer. I realized that I needed more of this last year than that. That's a beautiful flower, but these guys are more versatile for me. And then these ones, these are all status and straw flower at that end. Usually I used to do a whole row of status and a whole row of straw flower, but I realized that I don't actually need that. So we're gonna half and half it. And then these 2 rows will fill in with sunflowers, and we'll do celosia in here and basil. But those, again, same as the zinnias and the dahlias, they need warmer weather. So we're going to wait just a little bit longer. Oh, geez. Garter snake got me. Oh, you see it? The first half of this row is all honeywort. These are the Cerinthe. These are some of my favorite greenery for this whole garden. And then further down, I have Amy and Dara. They're also beautiful, easy to grow, good flowers for the farm. And then this row, this partial row, these are scented geraniums. We took cuttings from these last fall, and now they're all planted out. And then this row over here, we got our eucalyptus in the ground. Those make me really happy too. I love having eucalyptus. I've said it a bunch of times. I can't keep it in the ground and leave it there because they're water pumps and they're a hazard to my well and my septic, but I'll keep growing them as annuals. And I have potted eucalyptus in the front garden as well. Okay. Oh, wait. I always skip this little garden back here, but I want to show you because there's a lot of beautiful blooms. This little garden back here is mostly a shade garden. In the summer, it gets a bit more sun than I want it usually, but most of the year it is full sun or a full shade. But look at these heuchera. These are so happy. This, I think, is Brunnera. Oh, that is a true blue flower. And these they have these big silvery leaves. So once the flowers are done, we can cut those back and it'll have this big clump of that gorgeous silvery green foliage. The hellebores, this one's probably my favorite. Look at that, one stem, and it has all of those flowers on one stem. Isn't that gorgeous? It's hard to beat. Happy little ferns, and we have a stilbe and more Virginia, lots of heuchera. We have one hosta that's coming up, but it's taking its time. Like I said, I usually, for whatever reason, I usually skip this one and don't talk you through it, but I love this garden. It's just a peaceful place, and especially, funny enough, in the middle of the summer, when I'm out in the field harvesting and it's hot and sunny, I will come hide back here and take a break, drink some water in the shade with all these beautiful plants. It's a happy place on the garden. Okay, I do want to do a quick poke through the greenhouse. There's not a whole lot left in there. Most of it has been moved out and is hardening off. I want to show you what the ranunculus garden bed looks like. And then we'll end, I think, with the St. Francis garden. There's so much growing right now. Can you see these apple trees? They are completely in full bloom. And I can smell them. It's amazing. It's the best. Oh, so good. Hi, chicken. These two. Really another week probably away before I can start cutting stems off of this guy. This is a snowball viburnum. And I can use these flower heads on the whole stem. It's foliage and flowers all at once. And I want to keep this guy in check anyway, so it's a win-win. In the greenhouse, the only thing that's really left, we have the dahlias that we potted up for cuttings. I've been taking cuttings, but they want to grow. Some of our coleus, John's sunflower mix. And then we have this is an amaranth. These are cosmos. These are more amaranth. All these guys are going to go out same time as the rest of the warm season flowers. These guys, I think I'm going to actually plant these ones in my garden for myself. Look at these. They're so pretty. I love it. These are all our hanging baskets. Oh, look at that. Sweet little pansy. Hanging baskets are doing okay. These are leftovers. I'll take them to the market. Geraniums. Same with the nasturtiums. These lilies in the crates that we did together. These guys, they're just about as tall as me. Can you see that? It's there. But they're putting on buds, so another couple of weeks and we'll have lilies. These guys are the best looking of all of the hanging baskets we've done. The petunias haven't started to bloom yet, but they're right on course. And then there's just we planted all these in videos together. These are the dahlias we planted from seed. And these guys I'm really excited about. These are chocolate cosmos. I'm really excited. These are going to go in some pots, I think in the front porch area, because they have the most intoxicating scent. They actually smell like chocolate. Like full on dark chocolate, sweet, beautiful, lovely. Really excited. Okay, and just a quick look. I still have not done all the weeding that I need to do, but these guys, this whole bed came fully back to life. The ladybugs are going to town. The aphids are taking it back. Since I don't have any more tulips, this is going to be where the flowers come this week. Is all of these ranunculus and the anemone in the corner. These orange ones. These are salmon, this batch. Those are the pastel. These are the half clone bubblegum, and then all the other varieties. They're just so pretty. I did leave this guy on purpose. This is a bee's friend. It has the most beautiful periwinkle colored flower when it blooms. It looks almost like a fern unfurling. It's just so pretty. Okay, the last stop is the St. Francis Garden. I'm going to do a whole different video and talk about tulips, so stay tuned for that one. Oh, this viburnum is starting to bloom too. So cool. Oh, I didn't show you all the shrubs back that we planted out at the north end of the field. Every one of them has leafed out, and actually one of the two viburnums is blooming. It's pretty cool. So this garden, you can see all the lilies we planted last year are coming back with a vengeance. But I just wanted to show you this garden. This is my favorite place right now. Look at these GM. Oh, they're so good. Everything in here, for the most part, well, most everything in here is can do shade or some sun. Look at that heuchera. The coloring is just striking to me. And these Virginia, those bright, bright fuchsia blooms. And we have allium behind it. These guys are daylilies and some allium. And then look at this guy. Bleeding hearts. They love our climate. This is just one plant we planted 2 years ago. And it's huge. Look at that. They're so good. Okay, I'm going to start this way and work my way around. I love all the green wall basically that is growing around it. But look, all those bleeding hearts, and there's more over there. These three are a stilby. They'll pop up, start putting up bloom shoots not too distant future. Our hellebore, they're good. They suffered a little bit with the really wet and warm winter. They want it to be a little colder and a little drier, but they'll be fine. We have several hellebore throughout this area and lots of really pretty ferns. See these guys, we cut this one way back and it's already putting out new shoots. This garden, this is John's little bit. This is basically his little garden with all of his Japanese maples. We have heuchera. These are all leucogym. These snowflakes. I think that's called a snowflake. Yeah, snowflakes, the little guys are snowdrops. These guys, amazingly, they are one of the first ones to come up and start blooming. They also last a really long time in a vase, despite how delicate they look. They're so pretty. So delicate. Which goes quite nicely with the Japanese maples. That's a Japanese maple. John would have to tell you the different kinds. That little guy down there is so funny. We do have a rose. And, a fuchsia. Oh, this fuchsia just had a hummingbird on it. That's perfect. That's exactly why we got it. And because it's John's mom's favorite flower. Look at that funny little maple. It's a trip. Okay, the rest of the way around here, lots of ferns and hostas coming. John freshly coated everything with slug and bug killer. These guys are really cool. We got these. It's a friend of ours down at the farmer's market sells sedums and other plants like this, and this guy has just taken over. It's such a cool shape, though. Like I said, there's just lots more hostas and ferns, and these snake's head fritillarias. Those are cool too. All the way around, it looks great. This guy is this whole patch here, this is rose campion. They will put out big, long, tall stalks with bright, bright pink flowers on them. We have some hydrangeas that are fighting for life, some Hakonakloa that's coming back. I love those. They're so soft. This little garden bit on this side, there's these are hardy fuchsias that John cut back to the ground, and they're coming back already. We have lemon balm and more astilbe and heucheras. This whole garden fills completely in. We have a bunch of daylilies. This is a columbine that we grew from seed last year. They're looking pretty happy, pretty healthy. And then more Virginia all the way around. That's a bee balm. A bunch of alliums. I'm excited to see how all the alliums do. See that guy? Finally got around to cutting back most of the Dusty Miller. Oh, jeez. A stinking bird. I think this snake has got me on edge a little bit. But we did have some tulips come back. Not many. More leucogym, daylilies. This is just kind of that interim after the tulips are fading, but the perennials are they're getting going for sure. Look at this. This was one tiny plant last year. Oh, great big lamb's ear. And my sedums, this rose. This one should be real pretty. This one is the Queen of Sweden, and it puts out very straight stems. So if you were looking for one to cut, this is a good one. And then this last little garden over here, I love, love, love. We planted a lot of this from seed last year. The lady's mantle, this is an echinacea. This guy it's a Canterbury bell that we planted 2 years ago, and they're supposed to be biennials, but this guy has decided it's going to be a perennial. And it's almost an evergreen perennial, but I'm okay with it. I can't wait to see it bloom. More irises. We have lots more echinacea in here. And then some yarrow. Most of this garden here is reds and oranges. And yellows. So it's really bright and sunny summer colors most of the way through here, actually, which is great. Because the garden's out front, I have lots of pinks and purples and softer colors, and you get back here and it's just bright and vibrant, especially in the middle of the summer. And we'll get to this garden here very soon also. All the perennials we started from seed this winter are ready to get in the ground and get growing, and I'm seriously looking forward to that. Okay guys, like I said, we're going to talk about this garden with all the tulips in an upcoming video very soon. I have some thoughts on tulips for next year. Okay, I'm sure that I missed some areas. If there's something that you guys were looking forward to seeing, leave me a message in the comments. I love this time of year. It's such a beautiful, beautiful time. Early spring, we're hitting that lull, right? And we're gonna start getting into perennials and then summer annuals very, very soon. And it's exciting. I love, love, love this time of year. Okay guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Like I said, leave a message if there's something that you want to see that I haven't shown you, and we'll try to get it in the next one. I do try to do this once a month for both, to show you guys and for me. It's a really good garden journal, so I can just go back and look at what was blooming when, and what did well and what didn't. So yeah, leave a like or leave a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. P.S. I forgot to come show you this guy. The Vigo Garden self-watering container. It's been a little over a week, and we still have half of the reservoir to go, and everything in here looks pretty good. Some of these guys, it got a little cold, so they struggled a bit. Have a little bit of burning on a couple of the leaves, but all in all, everything looks really happy, and this guy looks good.